Hey everyone, this is Russell Brunson and I welcome you back to the DotComSecrets Daily Sketch. This is episode number 2 in our Affiliate Bootcamp series talking about our red light, green light traffic strategies. I hope yesterday you had a chance to kind of see how the whole overall strategy works. Now let's dive into the tactics of both the red light and the green light strategy. So come on, let's get started. Okay, so during the break, I spent some time to make a really cool graph of Jaxi, just so you can see exactly what it actually looks like when you log in. Obviously, this is not quite to scale, but it looks really close. So you log in again to Jaxi, and this is where we're going to find out which keywords you want to start going after. So if you kind of know, like if you're in the internet marketing industry, obviously like internet marketing would be a big one, or make money, or whatever it might be. So figure out like what would be your dream keyword, like the one you wish you could have if anything, what would that keyword be? You come into Jaxi and you type in that keyword, and it's going to give you kind of the feedback on that keyword. It's going to give you a whole list of other ones that are very similar, different variations and stuff like that. So you go to Jaxi, type it in, and boom, it'll populate this whole huge keyword list, and you can start looking at it all. And what's cool, like I said, my favorite thing about software is it comes in and gives you red light, green light, yellow light, so you can find out how competitive. Green light means super easy, I can win this no matter what. Yellow light means like, if you're good, you can probably get it. Red light means good luck, okay? And so that's kind of like to dissect things really quick, because I hate it. When I first got in this business, I would try going after the keywords like internet marketing and work at home and like these crazy competitive ones, and I didn't know. So I'm doing all this stuff, and like I didn't ever see any results, and I was frustrated, and realized later on that there's tools like this that let you know kind of, hey, this one's hard, this one's easy, and it gives you some starting ground on where to kind of start working for, okay? So what I'm usually looking for when I go through this, I want to make sure that, obviously there's going to be some green light keywords that get like one search a year. You don't really want to focus on those. You want to make sure there's enough volume to justify the time and effort you're going to be putting in. So kind of like my secret number, like I want to make sure that we're getting at least 1,000 searches a month. And if so, I'm probably going to focus on that keyword. Okay, so that's kind of, and again in Jaxi we'll show you all that kind of stuff, how many searches a month, how much traffic you can guesstimate and stuff like that. Okay, so that's step number 1 here. Now, like I said, today I'm going to be covering the green light strategy, and tomorrow I'm going to be covering the red light strategy. They're both very different, but they're both very powerful. So if you come back here, here's the diagram I drew yesterday. Again, we have our golden sequence website here in the middle. I'll call it our GS, our golden sequence. If you don't know what the golden sequence is yet, again, we did a whole bunch of training last week on golden sequence. You have the golden sequence one, and this is kind of your money site. Okay, and I'm usually promoting this directly a lot more through solo ads and things like that. Now, my satellite sites are these other sites out here that are different websites completely. So this one's goldsilversecrets.com. This one might be something completely different, and I'll show you how to pick the domain name and all that kind of stuff here in a minute. Okay, so you have these different satellite sites out here. Okay, so I'm going to build a different satellite for each of these different green light keywords. Okay, that have over 1,000 searches. Now, what else is cool about Jaxi is it'll actually give you suggested domain names. So if this one is green light, it's got 1,000 searches, I'm like, sweet, that's the domain I want to build. There's a little button that says something like domain name finder or something like that. You click on that and it pops up a little box and says, congratulations, you can buy this domain name. And it's usually the keyword in the domain name. Okay, so let's just say this one is gold investments is the keyword I want to go after. It's going to help me buy something like goldinvestments.com or .org or .info or something like that. Whatever, okay? So I try to get the keywords in my domain name if at all possible. That's kind of a big thing. One thing I'll do a lot of times is I'll have like, let's say it's gold investment, and goldinvestment.com is probably taken, I'm guessing. So I'll try to get goldinvestmentx.com or goldinvestmentsecrets.com or goldinvestment, whatever it is, just something that, so the keywords, the first 2 or 3 words in the domain name are the keywords I'm going after. That's very important, okay? So then I go and I register that domain name, and boom, there it is. Now what I do is I come here and I set up a WordPress blog on that page. That blog's up there, and then basically what I do is there's a site I use called iWriter.com, iWriter.com. This is a really cool site you guys will love. You can get writers to write articles for like $2 or $3 an article, really, really cheap. So I'll come back and I'll usually get these guys to write 2 to 3 articles for me on that keyword, on that topic. So, and using the keywords that I'm focusing on this domain name. And that's kind of it. And I usually spend about a week and a half, like I'll post one article one day, and I'll wait 2 days, post another article. You don't want to like jam them all in once, because it's all about being natural, right? It's not natural for someone to write 10 blog posts in a day. So you want to be natural. You post one, then post another, then post another, and you kind of start posting different things to there, and that's going to start getting your domain the content and the credibility it needs. Then you come back and you start backlinking to this video. Now there's a lot of ways to backlink, and on the live training we're going to be doing this Friday, I'm going to show you guys probably 10 or 12 different ways we backlink. The thing you want to know about backlinking is you don't want to come here and just jam in a million links in one day. Okay, again, it's not natural. It's all about being natural. So we start doing 20 links a day, 30 links a day, and slowly start ramping this thing up, getting more and more links over a 30-day period of time, then a 40-day period of time. And if you do that, you should start ranking really, really quickly. Okay. Now, one quick thing I want to also kind of mention, just recently there was a big, huge update that came out called Penguin Update. And one of the big things we found from the Penguin Update, prior we would always, like let's say again our keyword is goldinvestment.com, we would try to get other websites linking here using goldinvestment.com. And that was always the strategy. And you wanted like 90% of your links coming that had that keyword phrase in it. Today, if you have 90% of your sites with that, you're going to get dropped really, really quickly. What we found works really good is having about 50% of your keywords coming from gold, with your actual keyword, and the other 50% coming with like just raw links, click here links, things like that. And if that doesn't make any sense to you guys, I'm going to show you guys in a lot of detail and break it down. I'll show you exactly how I get the links, where I get the links on the webinar this weekend. But that's kind of the process, okay? Get a bunch of links, and my goal is to rank. Usually you'll start ranking for 4 or 5 different keyword terms that are green light ones on one of these sites. Then I do the same thing. I find another green light one, I make another site over here. Make another site, I start building out these little satellite sites. And my goal is if I get 10, 20, 30 of these little satellite sites, that's a lot, maybe 3 satellite sites. Each of them are getting 2,000, 3,000 visitors a month. It starts adding up really, really quickly. Okay, and they come from here, we push them back down into our golden sequence. If that makes sense. Okay, so that's kind of it. Like I said, I don't have time to really go over all the different ways to get backlinks. There's a lot of really cool, really fast, really easy strategies that are very inexpensive, and I'll cover a lot more on Friday. So that's the first thing, is creating an individual domain. The other thing that works really, really well, instead of just creating a whole new domain, is coming out and actually buying, or not buying, but actually setting up a page on YouTube. So you make a YouTube video based on the keywords. You post it in YouTube, in the title you use the same keywords, things like that, and boom, now here's a YouTube video, and the same strategy comes here. You start dripping backlinks into these slowly, and again, 50% of them are coming from anchor text links, anchor, 50% are coming from other types of links, and you start slowly dripping it in over 30 days and 45, and you start ramping it up. After about a month and a half, you start really increasing the backlinks very, very quickly. So you've got WordPress, YouTube, and things like that. Okay, now what's cool about this is my favorite thing. When I started targeting, I got 5 WordPress sites, let's say, and like 5 YouTube videos. Someone goes to Google and they type in my keywords. So here's Google. They type in my keyword, and all of a sudden, boom, all of a sudden the top 10 listings show up, right? And what you'll find out is like, okay, number 2 is this page right here. Number 3 is my YouTube video. Number 7 is this page I set up over here. Is that pretty cool? So that way, when you get, this comes here, it says there's 1,000 visitors a month. 1,000 visitors a month come here, and they've got 3 out of 7 shots to land on my, 3 out of 10 spots to land on my site. You start getting a big percentage of those visitors coming to your site and entering into your golden sequence. And that's kind of the process on Greenlight. Okay, so that's the overall strategy. Again, there's a lot of ways. So in a quick daily sketch, there's things I can't show everything. So obviously, there are a lot of ways to get backlinks, which I will show you. There are a lot of other sites besides your blog, besides YouTube, a lot of different types of pages to create satellite sites. So what I'm going to be doing this Friday, I'm going to go through this entire process. I'm going to show you a list of all the different types of pages we create, all the different places we get our backlinks, kind of the speed we get our backlinks, all those type of things, so you won't have any questions at all. So again, that training is happening live this Friday. All you have to do is go to affiliatebootcamp.com, register for the event. And the way it's set up is basically you have a chance to come and sit on the webinar and judge me and figure out if what I taught you, if this whole process, if it makes sense to you, you love it and you want to use it, then you pay me. If not, if you're like, that sucks, Russell, or you don't even know what you're talking about, or Russell, you weren't prepared, or whatever it is, you don't like me, but you don't like how fast I talk, after the webinar, you can just cancel it and I won't charge you anything. So it's kind of like a try before you buy type thing. Like going to a movie and only paying when you're on your way out. If you're like, that movie sucked, I'm not going to pay for it. Okay? Or if you do like it, okay, that movie's awesome, here, I'm going to pay for it. So that's kind of the game plan this Friday. If you're interested, affiliatebootcamp.com, go get signed up. Tomorrow I'm going to be talking now about the red light strategy. So when you have reds and yellows, what do you do different? Okay? Because greens we know how to go after. They're very simple, very easy. It's a very systematic process to make this happen. You want the red lights, there's an even simpler process to get those. And I'm going to show you guys that tomorrow. So thanks again, and we'll see you this Friday on affiliatebootcamp.com's live webinar.